Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. Before we dive into our conversation today, I just want to say a very big thank you to my subscribers. Actually I started this thing a month ago and I'm surprised and shocked. We are almost at 500 subs. Guys, thanks so much. I really appreciate your comments, your suggestions, and everything. So if you are new here, kindly hit the subscribe button to join the family. So I know some of you guys are saying, what at all can we ask women? What at all do you want to ask women? Let's dive into our conversation. In our society now, everything is normal. Anyone can just ask anything or talk about anything, anyhow, anywhere they want, and it's normal. But there are certain things you cannot ask women. Okay, so I just want us to talk about two things that is not cool to be asking women. And then one of it is, so are you not pregnant? Never ask a woman if she is pregnant. In fact, stop asking. It is so embarrassing and uncomfortable, especially when you ask in the midst of people. It is so rude and insensitive, especially if you don't know whether the person is recovering from a miscarriage or whatever. And then it is none of your business, period. If a woman is happy for you to know she is pregnant, she will definitely tell you. People ask this without knowing the weight it carries, without knowing the pressure and then the stress this question puts on women, and it is just not cool. Especially if you just got married a month or two and people will see you and be asking you, yo, are you pregnant? Are you not pregnant? What has that got to do with you? For God's sake, a woman is not God. And the most annoying and disgusting part of it is your fellow woman who will see you and ask you that, and then you start asking yourself questions, you start putting pressure on yourself, you start going through a whole lot of depression, and then another day you are staying with a man, and whatever stress and depression or whatever state these things put on you, you tend to take it to your home, your husband, and then it's not cool. It is just not cool. I remember after I got married, like a month after I got married, I got sick. You know, the wedding preparation and all that. People go through a lot just right after marriage, and then it is not pregnancy. So I can't remember. I felt sick after marriage, and then I called my mom and I was like, I'm sick. And guys, do you know what my mom said? She was like, oh, don't worry, it's a good sickness. That was when I even got to know we have sickness that are good. I never knew. So she was like, you don't know, maybe you are pregnant. Reality check, it just dawned on me that, oh, so I just got married, so the next thing is I'm supposed to get pregnant. Oh, the pressure starts from there. And then there was an instance I met a woman in town, like my mom's friend, and I was so excited to see her. I was so happy to see her. And then I was just getting closer to this woman. I was so happy. And she wasn't even looking at my face. She was just looking at my stomach. So I got closer, and what this woman said was, so are you not pregnant? Yo. Immediately that was the first thing she asked me when she saw me. Whilst I was happy to see her, she was thinking there is no bomb, there is nothing, so she has every right to ask me why I'm not pregnant. Yo, if I am pregnant, you would see, definitely any woman who gets pregnant, definitely you see a bomb. So there is no need to ask if the person is pregnant, because as I said earlier, you don't even know whether the person is recovering from a miscarriage, whether the person is having a problem. You don't really know. But the moment you ask, don't ask. whether they are pregnant, period. Next question you shouldn't ask a woman is, so when are you getting married? When is she getting married? Like, when do women get married to themselves? When? I don't know, unless someone tells me. Because if you see let's say a lady and you just say, so when are you getting married? Like, I don't get it. But this is a question, like, in our society is just so common. People just see you and ask without feeling nothing. But it's not cool, because it's a man who marries the woman. It's a man who marries the woman. So if the man is not coming, if you ask this question and then it starts to put pressure on the ladies, and it is making young women nowadays make lots of mistakes, especially when it comes to marriage. Okay, for me, if you are a man and you have it all and you are not married, I will ask you, because I don't see why you have it all and you are not getting married. You are supposed to marry the ladies, you're supposed to marry the women, and you are not marrying them. You are just, having fun with them, and then at the end of the day, they receive the pressure from society. So for me, if you're a man and you are not married, I would ask, but I wouldn't ask a woman that, when are you getting married? Nanaba Anamwa, one of our finest journalists, answered a question, and then I loved it in an interview. So let's just watch this interview and come back.
I get people asking me, when are you going to get married? And like, when are you dying? This is not a question you ask anybody. I mean, if we all had the opportunity, we'll all be married. If we all had the opportunity, we'll all be Bill Gates. We'll all be Dangote. But God has a plan for every single person.
So that's it. If you're asking when someone is getting married, it's just equal to asking the person when the person is dying. And you don't know, you have no control over it. So guys, please, it's time. It's about time. We are so cautious of what we ask people, not only women, but it's about time. Sometimes the things that comes out of our mouth, we do think about it first. At least you weigh it. How will the person take it? The stress the person is in before receiving that question, you wouldn't know. So sometimes we just have to be careful. We have to be mindful of what we say. We just have to be cautious. That's it. This has been on my chest for a long time, and then I'm glad I'm speaking about it. And then guys, thank you so much for also listening to me and watching. Before we go, you see the subscribe button here. It's free, don't worry, it's free. Just click on it and click on the bell to get notification whenever I post. So see you in my next video. Assalamu alaikum, beautiful people.